State Governor Basio II constitutes committee to validate promotion of civil servants. Cross River State government bans mining activities in the state, calls for proper documentation by miners. Plus, Nigerian Navy inaugurates accommodation for officers and ratings in Calabar. Details of these and more shortly. Good evening and thanks for joining us on the news. I am Oduak Etam. And now the details of the bulletin. The Cross River State Governor Basio II has commended President Bola Tinubu on recent appointment as an indigene of the state, Major General Emmanuel Udiandeye, as Chief of Defense Intelligence. The governor expressed joy at the elevation of 4 citizens of the state to the rank of Assistant Inspector General of Police and their decoration by the Acting Inspector General of Police, Kayode Ebetokun. While congratulating the newly promoted officers, Governor too urged them to carry out their responsibilities in accordance with the law, charging them to display sound judgment and operational abilities. This is contained in a statement signed by the Chief Press Secretary to the State Governor, Emmanuel Obiche. Meanwhile, the Cross River State Governor Basio II has directed that all mining activities in the state should stop immediately. The governor mandates all miners to report to the Task Force Office on illegal mining at Okoi Aripo House in Calabar for proper documentation. A statement by the Secretary to the State Government, Professor Anthony Waneno, indicates that the government also wants all ministries, departments and agencies which have boards or governing councils to urgently forward to the Office of the Secretary to the State Government the laws or edicts that establish such boards or governing councils, membership past and present, indicating the dates of appointments and senatorial districts. The statement adds that the directive is with immediate effect and for strict compliance. In another development, Governor Basio II has approved the immediate cancellation of the tripartite coordination agreement between the state government, Harrier Global Services Limited, and Aero Contractors Company. The governor also approved the appointment of Mayalize Global Resources Limited as the lease manager for the state government, and that the appointment took effect since 21st June 2023. Cross River State Governor Basio II has approved the revalidation of promotions and appointments of public servants. This follows the constitution of a 7-member committee to review all promotions and appointments made in the state within the last 6 months. The committee is also to review other cases of irregular promotions and appointments made in the state. A statement made public by the Secretary to the State Government, Professor Anthony Waneno, indicates that the committee has a former head of service, Mary Theresa Ikwen, as chairman, and a permanent secretary, Orobo Kun, as secretary. Other members of the committee include 2 representatives from NLC and TUC, representative of the State Auditor General Office, former Permanent Secretary Takon, and Permanent Secretary Office of the Secretary to the State Government, Innocent Epen. The Cross River State Government is partnering an indigenous firm, UTM Floating LNG Project, to launch Africa's first floating liquefied natural gas plants in Nigeria as part of its drive for foreign direct investment. Paul Ebel reports that the state is to host the onshore operational support base of the over 1.5 million ton multi-billion LNG project due to its proximity to the location of the plant.
During a courtesy visit by the team, the state governor, Senator Prince Basio II, was visibly excited at the entry of the investors, promised the collaboration of his administration in actualizing the project. The governor revealed that the state is a destination of investment with best records on safety, with rich hydrocarbon deposits and gas resources which can be utilized for the economic prosperity of the state and the country.
I'm particularly happy about making sure that we capture all the gas that we do here. Because in my days in Paris, we went to Uruguay. that aspect, which apart from us using money, is also causing happy. We want to welcome you wholeheartedly.
The Managing Director, UTM Nigeria Limited, Dr. Julius Rone, in company of his Japanese and German partners, disclosed that the delegation was in the state for site assessment for the setting up of an onshore operations support base for its contractor on the UTM floating LNG project.
Delta State is also hosting the headquarters of the floating LNG. Cross River is hosting the shore base because of the proximity to the offshore location where the floating LNG will be bettered. So hopefully we're looking at fourth quarter 2026, sail away into Nigeria, and then we take about 4 months to go offshore, and we'll do the hookup and commence production second quarter 2027. Our first gas.
The FLNG project, when completed, will produce on annual basis 1.5 million tons of LNG for export and 300,000 metric tons of LPG for the domestic market, among other benefits. In Calabar, Paul Abel, Nta News.
The strategic vision of the former Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awal Gambo, for the Nigerian Navy and the Naval War College, Nigeria, towards boosting the morale of officers and ratings through provision of conducive accommodation is receiving commendation. This was at the official inauguration of the Naval War College, Nigeria, accommodation quarters at Summit Hills, Calabar. Paul Abel again reports.
These are officers of the Nigerian Navy on sea, protecting the territorial integrity and maritime domain of Nigeria. But while they are away on the field, their families back home should be well accommodated. It is against this background the former Chief of the Naval Staff, in addressing the prevailing accommodation challenges confronting the Naval War College Nigeria 1 year ago, started the construction of these quarters with others at its permanent site. This visionary leadership has now given birth to this facility comprising 4 by 3 bedroom, 12 by 1 bedroom, 24 by 1 bedroom, and 18 by self-contained type A and B flats for senior officers, senior and junior rates. Guests of honor commended the outgone CNS for the improvement on the Navy fleet and expressed optimism the incumbent CNS will also raise the bar.
Barely 2.5 years at the helm of the Nigerian Navy as Chief of the Naval Staff has transformed the Navy fleet from a fleet in being to a virile fleet that can ensure battle space dominance in homeland defense and regional security.
This project, no doubt, will impact on the well-being and welfare of the college staff. It will equally impact positively on teaching and learning in the college. Naming institutional structures after senior officers are ways of appreciating the tremendous contributions and support of such distinguished personality.
Other facilities at the quarters include boreholes, water storage tanks, water reticulation system, electrification and lighting, gymnasium, volleyball courts, and house gate, as it is hoped that the location of the edifice will improve the security and economics of the area. In Calabar, Paul Abel, Nta News.
The Nigerian Television Authority has signed a memorandum of understanding with a sociocultural group known as Association for the Preservation and Promotion of a Folk Language, Literature and Culture. This expression of agreement is to bring to bear a folk program coming up on Nta Calabar titled Obiu Tebe. Our written them captured the mutual acceptance of both parties.
Nigerian Television Authority, the largest television network in Africa, known for various educative programs, especially in the local stations across the country, and is also effective in news dissemination as well as entertainment programs. The indigenous programs Obiu Tebe will be featuring on Nta Calabar, showcasing the rich cultural heritage of the Efik people. The convener of the program, His Royal Highness Efitaifium, gives insights of the program.
And I'm glad that I've been able to see that what I am destined for is happening. This is the product. I congratulate all of you for being here divinely.
We also pray for its continuous successful production of this laudable program to the glory of Efik people and Efik children tomorrow.
The MOU signing, which is an important aspect in bringing to bear the program Obio Utre, in partnership with Nta Calabar and Appela. As we are gathered here today, we know that our planning will usher in a successful and eventful program that the general viewers of NTA will find useful.
The General Manager Nta Calabar, Adekunle Ajibola, assures of Nta greater collaboration in the area of quality output for viewers.
If we work in sync, we get things done quickly and all of that. We work as a team, we work with the same vision and mission and all of that. And that's very, very important. Because of my special interest in it, this initiative is strictly my personal office initiative, the office of the General Manager, so that I can directly put my eye on it, strictly under my supervision and all of that, because I have interest.
The program is to revive Efik language and culture in Cross River State and Nigeria. In Calabar, Arut Ndev, NTA News.
That is it on our news. Thanks for watching. I am Udwak Etam.